live in the area, I would kind of know where he. Like, I have a house here. I would kind of know.
Is
where
this the diplomacy check or the knowledge check?
Oh, this was diplomacy.
Okay. You start asking around, and eventually you do find people that are more helpful. You learn that Lord Dverak, like somebody guesses for you, Lord Dverak, likely during the day he's with the, what was it called, the League of Guilds?
Mm-hmm. I believe so, yeah.
League headquarters. Otherwise, his manor is with all the other rich manors. And they point at the center of town.
Okay. Thanks. You cast a fly and just.
Okay, which place are you going to?
The League of Guilds.
Okay.
It's gonna be a really funny conversation if it's all a bunch of thrashing and then it's just when Barnabas is done.
All right, so you with your 20 also get directions, League of Guilds. So you end up flying to a building. It has the opulence of a government building. There are guards. There are guards with shotguns, dwarven guards with shotguns, and these beautiful beard plates over their beards, shiny and silver.
Nice.
You're asked what business do you have here?
Important business with Lord Dverak. I'm his employee. The monastery has been attacked, and he needs to be aware of some things.
Okay, give me a diplomacy check.
Oh, hell.
You can add 4.
14.
All right, you spend some time waiting.
She said Barnabas wants to renegotiate, and let him worry for a bit. Let him sweat for a bit, and we'll see how much. You want us to do more stuff now? Oh.
At what point do you get tired of waiting?
Hold on. Point. Give me a moment. See my spell. That's nice. See my spells here. You upgraded something. Nope, nope. Fireball. Nope. All right, I don't have cantrips. Damn it. Lord Dverak!
Okay, so you start
Lord
yelling.
Dverak!
So Thogrim ends up creating a scene, and eventually you do get.
You're not allowed back.
you do get the attention of somebody. Like they calm you down, and Sir Deferin actually walks out of a back hall. He seems a little confused that you're here. Thogrim, what?
There's been an attack.
Surprise Silver, my friend. What brings you to the League of Guilds? Shouldn't you be studying at the library?
I've received a sending from our friends that went to train at the monastery. Many of them are dead there. There's been an attack on the monastery. I need to speak to Lord Dverak immediately.
Attack on the monastery, you say?
Yes, many are dead.
Okay. Deferin definitely. You have.
I pointed at the guards. They didn't deliver my message. Been here for hours. The bus bitch.
This is the bus, you guys.
Lord Dverak was not expecting your visit. He is indisposed at the moment. He went through quite an expense to get you time at the library. but attack on the monastery. This news comes by way of magic to you?
Yes. Brennos,
Come.
my friend who has arrived.
We should report this immediately. 5 minutes, he says. And
Brennos got steam coming out of his ear.
he leaves. He does come back in 5 minutes, and there's a small army of like officials, clerks, administrative staff, and they're now escorting you to the center of town. We must go to...
Well, Barnabus, look who's got in.
we must give this report immediately to the Ministry of War.
Yes. That's what I've been trying to do all day.
Okay, apparently Sir Defrin, Paladin of Moradin and known henchman of Lord Dverak, has enough connections to actually be taken seriously and not have to wait very long. Let me glance at the NPCs for Overlook for a second.
For about half an hour, Thogrim was looking at his little cannon like, to fire or not to fire? That is the question.
Can I shoot my way out of this role-playing encounter?
Not very charismatic.
Not good at talking, good at shooting.
They say play to your strengths.
Okay. Apparently you are lucky. As a man perhaps of great importance, a dwarf of great age, flowing long white beard. When he enters the hall, you notice that everyone stops what they're doing and salutes. He seems to be walking with an armored priest of the five-faced god. Sir Defrin actually gets down on one knee when the elder dwarf appears. It looks like they were coming from some meeting, some back hall, and were walking out the front door as you guys were waiting. The Imperial Ministry of War is a gigantic marble columned building. It definitely has Imperial architecture integrated into the Dwarven architecture. It is an important government building.
I'll take a knees to show
Okay.
a bit of respect as Sir Defrin does.
Right. Great Elder. Might I introduce myself?
I know who you are, son. Sir Defrin. You serve Lord Dverak.
Yes, and to my left here is Thogrim.
Yes. Great
and,
elder.
And then he pauses for a minute, and then he fills in the rest. He says, apprentice of Eragathos of Denevar.
Ah, Eragathos. How is the old wizard?
Doing well. So,
Good day
Busy
to
building.
you.
Great Elder, we have news. And
yep.
he
Lord Dverak had sent many of his employees to train at the sorry, what was it called? I'm blanking. The temple?
Monastery.
The monastery. And I received word today by magic that it was under attack, and many of the monastery monks have been killed.
Which monastery?
Iron Chain? Monastery of the...
It is the Sundered Chains, right?
Monastery of the Sundered Chain, sir.
Attacked? Why haven't I heard of this?
They arrived yesterday, and I just received his message this morning. I believe he had to prepare the spell. It must be very recent, sir.
The spell? How long ago?
I received it a few hours ago. Took time to find you, sir. I give him a specific time. Like 9 a.m.
You come to the right place. Perhaps my day at the Ministry of War is not ended, Halen.
It appears not, says the man.
Do...
The old dwarf raises the great elder raises an arm, and some officers come over.
Debrief this dwarf apprentice of Aragatha's. You must know what has transpired. You, Captain,
He just points at another officer.
send riders to ascertain the status at the Monastery of the Sundered Chain. Bring a priest with them. I want communications re-established. We need to know their numbers if we're being attacked.
They're not gonna like the answer.
He nods to you, and he turns 180 degrees and starts marching back to the hall where he was. This war priest of the five-faced god turns and follows him. He does take another look at Sir Defrin and of Thogrim, kind of making note of them. An officer then is taking a statement, and he asks for the exact wording of your sending spells.
Right. Upon it's been a long day, what I remember are the parts that don't require the freedom.
Interesting.
I'll tell you what.
What parts of the sending spell you could just simply highlight them.
You could type out what do you tell them the sending was,
Yep.
Yeah, give me a sec.
and then
Monastery many killed. Here, I'm gonna highlight. Oops. Oh, undo that shit. All right, here we go. Retrieve mana from
this is where Barnabus would have been helpful, because
hurry.
Hurry, that's it. Monetary attack, hurry.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Freedom needed. Hold on. We can make this work. I'm a married man. I know how to word my things properly.
Edit yourself.
I'm just gonna take a quick peek at a character sheet. For a
Where are you? Tell them to sleep at night. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Leave the has freedom part. There. So, this is what I remember. Monastery attacked. Many killed. Freedom needed. Hurry. Where the hell are you? Shani or Didi have freedom. Tell Smarty Pants sleep at night.
Okay, give me a bluff check.
Yes.
As
Yes,
there are
shall.
some probing questions with what's a Sunny and a DD.
And there's a 5 for you. The message did not make so much sense to me. Must be something else to it. Damn you, Brennos. Damn you. Stupid Brennos. Stupid Barnabus for not coming with me. Where's my cannon?
Okay, you're asked to stay in the room. The officer comes outside and talks to Defrin for a while. Defrin, you overhear him say, I'll talk to him, and goes back into the room alone. Now's not the time for secrecy. You're being evasive.
talking to a
Lord Dverak is not. I haven't He hasn't received the message yet.
You will have by now.
They're looking for some kind of amulet. Something against the Nexus. Do we know about the Nexus? These guys know about the Nexus, right?
The Nexus? What is...
The map had all that. We shared that with them, correct?
Yeah.
No?
You shared the old Goblin war plans.
Yeah, we had the
them.
old Goblin War map. But in terms of like you telling me about the Nexus is the first I've heard of.
So if they, he kind of drops the "you're lying" and being evasive for now. He touches his beard and thinks for a moment. He's actually fishing for his holy symbol, because beards do get in the way. It's like, oh, why is it stuck in my shirt? If they attack the monastery, they didn't come by way of Waldron's Watch. They must have come by the vents.
Yes.
Why did you leave that part out?
They didn't say that in the message. But there's a part about the amulet. Said something about the amulet from some kind of from a silver dragon.
He goes over and fetches another piece of paper. He slides it across the table. If you do not come clear with the great elder and his commands, you will be placed under arrest.
Fine. You'll fill in the words. Happy, Barnabas? Happy? Huh?
No. I wish you had just done what I asked and just said, wait. Just wait.
His friend said, hurry.
Oh, even
And
trick
there's-
stuff.
Maybe next time you'll just
Oh wait,
sit and wait.
not his friend. I don't put his fucking friend in. I do not put his friend in there. Because sending messages spells don't have 30 words in them.
He stares at you for an uncomfortable amount of time after you've presented him the piece of paper.
It's for Lord Dverak. Rush.
He then looks at the piece of paper. So your friends did survive then?
He would have said something about it. I assume they've already killed everyone there.
You should specify they killed the enemies over there.
Oh, yeah. I assumed that they killed the.
Attack.
I-
They attacked it.
I assumed they killed the ones that were attacking.
Brennos is sending this. He just nods. I'm not sure what this amulet is or what a Dwaki is. Silver dragon, interesting. To close the nexus. Yes, that must mean that there are goblinoids coming through the vents. It means the goblins have found the old ways and have traversed their dangers successfully. Lord Dverak will want to know this. And so will the Great Elder. Wait here, Thogrim. You did good in sharing this. And he walks out.
Shitty bluff check.
Really funny because I'm like, looking at this from my side going, why did you skip that part? We better not tell them what we need to do to accomplish the mission. It's like, no.
Alright. You actually hear Lord Dverak's voice outside. And eventually, Lord Dverak comes in. Brennos had a fun time at the monastery.
I'm sorry to take your time away from your day, sir. Apparently things have gotten a little busy for him.
What is this Dwaki thing? He's looking at the piece of paper that you wrote down.
Not sure. Didn't get a chance to figure it out. I hope Barnabas, he knows the Wait, actually, hold on. Give me a look at this. I think Barnabas might be able to help. He knows quite a bit about that.
Barnabas still at the library?
Still at the library, sir.
Let us go speak to Barnabas.
What time is it? Just out of curiosity.
This took you a few hours, like marching around town, talking to people.
So afternoonish, not night.
No, it's late. It's late afternoon.
Just close enough to argue.
By the time Lord Dverak, has a carriage waiting for him outside, and they drive to the library. And Barnabas, you're sitting there researching and looking at books.
Yep. And the Lord came to me. He's a dick, I know. I know.
He is just over there. Barnabas.
Barnabas holds up a finger for a second. Aha! And closes the book. Sorry, my lord, just finishing a thought. Pleasure to see you. I must thank you for these accommodations.
He's already sat down in the library, and you notice he's just looking at the things that you have out, which is a big stack of books of castles and battles of, like, you're trying to narrow down where the castle the swamp is, and
Yeah.
he looks at it like he's flipping through it. He's almost passively doing it. Sir Defrin's behind him, and you can see Thogrim looking a little frustrated, I guess, or relieved. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Thogrim, you're all sweaty. It's like you've been in the sun all day.
Lord Clagar, with a wave of his hand, kind of dismisses Arun Seth, who then slinks off into a different area of the library. Lord Dverak looks up at the tree, almost like he's admiring it, while
my lord, to what do I owe the honor of your presence?
Well, apparently it is Thogrim here that has been conversing with Brennos. Something has transpired at the monastery. Something very interesting indeed.
Yes, an attacker here.
If there is anything that we can do to help, yes, I'm sure that there is. Specifically, I think Barnabas and his league might very well have their chance to prove their worth to the Lords of Overlook.
What a wonderful opportunity.
Pull up a chair, Barnabas.
Barnabas sits down basically where he was standing.
Yeah. Eamon wanders over. You can feel Sir Defrin looking at Eamon, and Eamon sneering back. As there's
a room, you two.
a devil bodyguard for Barnabas, and a paladin bodyguard for Lord Dverak. It appears that the goblins and these... There was no mention of giants, right? No. Apparently the goblins have attacked the monastery, and if they have done so, they have done so from the Nexus. Or at least through the tunnels that come up through the vents.
So they are using the vents then. Alright.
The Nexus is a subterranean fortification the dwarves placed there long ago. Both magic and ingenuity went into this fortification. Not too many people quite know what it's for. It actually is a way to close the underground ways. and seal them tight. It'll take years of mining, years of tunneling, to ever open those gates again. Once the Nexus is closed, it's the sort of lock you might as well throw away the key after you've locked it.
Understood. Very wise thing to have in place.
It has been some years since we've actually had garrisons at the Nexus. Decades, actually, but yes. The Nexus is guarded by some golems, I believe. Dwarvish golems.
Well, either these goblins have destroyed your golems or found a way around them.
Or they've simply ignored the Nexus and traveled down other paths.
Well, if that is an option, just ignoring the Nexus, how does closing the Nexus help you?
The Nexus is where the keyhole is. It's not where things close. It sets off some magical cascade and causes basically the mountain to shift and close off many of the passages.
Understood. All right. I take it you would like us to undertake this little mission of yours.
Well, this piece of paper here seems to suggest that the master of the Monastery of the Sundered Chain knows actually how to close the Nexus. Retrieve amulet from Dwaki silver dragon needed to close Nexus. Such powers, since we've stopped manning the Nexus, well, there are very few that know of its capabilities. We've always kept those ways open as well, and he looks at Defrin. Tunnels under the mountain are excellent places to seek riches from.
Yeah, I would imagine. Now, your master, does he require being freed from his, I understand, statue or stone form or some sort of thing like that?
Who?
The master, what's his name?
Steel tongue? Iron-Tongue?
Iron-Tongue, that's it, yeah.
Sejong Iron-Tongue has been stuck in Amethyst, well, since I was a boy, perhaps longer. He is much too old to be a human, unless the way that he is trapped is keeping his life prolonged.
Oh, it's not beyond the pale. Will we be required to free him in order for him to do this, or can he teach us?
That I don't know. You'd have to speak to him.
All right.
Would the League... What was the name? The Steel Rose
Expeditionary League.
Would the Steel Rose Expeditionary League be willing to undertake this venture to close the Nexus and do all the things that are required to undertake such an endeavor?
I take it we will be putting aside your current contract once again for this new mission.
This is where I think this is the type of thing that could be related in a way. First, you're a human. You're not very well trusted. We don't know you. At least that's what a dwarf on the council would say. Do this on behalf of Overlook, the dwarves and humans and others that live here, and for all of Elsir Vale for that matter, and you will prove yourself through deed an ally. This is better than gold. It will open doors that are currently closed to your league.
There is a book I'm looking to purchase, quite expensive, because I've heard it's here in town. Tell me, will my newfound reputation buy me this book?
Looking to get paid, are you? And what book is that? What book is not in this library that we've assembled?
It's a Tome of Understanding.
Okay, so
He's not going to buy me the book. I'm under no illusion. He's buying me the book.
I'd also settle for a scroll of sending, but
So Barnabus is asking for a +2 Tome of Understanding that's worth 55,000 gold pieces.
I was actually planning on buying it,
This
like
is
with borrowing money
Marty
from other
Burst,
characters, but
so that's 110,000 gold pieces.
Oh, right. It's double because it's a...
oh, well, never mind that. I'm never not buying that.
I
I'm
would like
never.
a solid gold Rolls Royce, please.
yeah, or like a 10 by
Never
10 flying
mind.
carpet. That's some weird shit.
Barnabas has some
Like,
big
like
ones, but
carpet
he's
is
not
infinitely
asking
more
for that.
reasonable.
No,
You can still ask for it. I mean.
and he'll just go, no.
There is a Tome of Understanding available in Denova. Not as strong as the one that you're making reference to.
Barnabas shrugs. It would do.
So that's a 27,500 times 2. And that would give you a +1 insight bonus to int. He glances to Thogrim, but doesn't say anything.
Scroll of sending really is all I'm looking for now.
And a scroll of sending.
That's just
Well, no.
tactics.
At least I can communicate with you now.
It would allow us to communicate. Yes, yes. This Tome of Understanding is actually quite expensive, isn't it?
Quite. Now he's going to have to take out a loan, and I'm quite rich.
Well, not my business. I assume you'll be paying your cohorts with the booty of whatever goblinoids and allies of theirs that you find along the road.
Well, you know, a small reward for saving the city I don't think would be out of line.
Ah, better than gold are the doors that will open.
Yeah, sure, we'll take those too.
Barnabas, don't push your luck.
Yes. How about this? You close the Nexus, and all the tasks that lead up to the closing of the Nexus. And you make a little side trek while you're there. In the vents, that is.
You have piqued my curiosity.
There's a cavern. A great cavern made of amethyst. There are some of the amethysts in that cavern that have power. They glow like a sparkling sky within them. You bring that back to me. A crystal from the geode cave. Not just any old hunk of amethyst, I'll know. But you bring me back one that has the power, the one that has the light inside. And close the Nexus while you're there. And I will not only buy you this Tome of Understanding, but also a similar manual that I know is on the market in Brindle called the Manual of Gainful Exercise.
I'm sure we can find someone who like one of those.
And I'll do one better, Thogrim. I'll not only get you the Scroll of Sending, but I'll get you a device that will allow you to do it once per day.
Very kind of you, sir.
No, not kind, a transaction. Know that many expeditions have been sent into the vents. It is a dangerous place. It has its own weather. As in, sometimes winds blow out of the vents and kill anyone who is breathing. Other times there are creatures, things that crawl to the ground, eat you alive. And then there are rumors. Rumors that there are dragons that dwell in the caves.
Dragons would be very angry should you steal even but a crystal from the geode.
Thogrim goes through his pockets a bit, pulls out a cannon. Dragons, you say? Checkmate.
That is what I thought. The knowledge that we would gain by being able to study one of the crystals with this energy inside. Is it a soul? Is it life magic? Is it something else? It is a mystery that I have, well... I did not think I would have encountered a brave group of grave warriors such as yourselves.
One more thing.
Oh?
You will share with me what you find, your discoveries of this amethyst.
Of course.
Any of you?
Who do you think I would want to involve in such researches?
Then, my lord, you have yourself a bargain.
I'll have one of my clerks draft up the contract, as I'm sure you'll want this in writing.
If you please.
Any further researches about this crystal will be done as part of the bargain.
Agreed. My only question is, do you want us to get ready to go now or finish with our time at the library? I'm sure you went some great expense to get us in here.
I do have a few questions about this sending. So, freedom needed for master. What does that mean?
I referred to Didi and Agony and Sunny.
Spellcraft for Barnabus to understand, maybe, or no. It is possible I will find out tonight. Apparently, Brennos wants me to sleep by midnight. I'm assuming he's got something planned.
Yes.
I can report to you in the morning if you like.
When will you leave for the monastery?
Well, to be perfectly honest, till I speak with Brennos, I cannot give you a definitive time, but...
So no sooner than tomorrow.
No sooner than that, you know.
I tell you what,
I
tell you what, Thogrim, I will have someone send over at least the scroll tonight. It may take some crafting to get a rod of sending.
Understood. The spell I can use, though.
The Nexus is the most important thing in this mission.
Yes, of course. Consider the amethyst a tack-on opportunity.
It is our bonus, our payment, if you will, once the job is complete. Will that suffice? He's looking at Sir Defrin.
Yep. Yes, it is... It is platinum to close the Nexus, and the doors that will open, and the proof and the safety of Overlook. It is extra gold in your pocket for the amethyst.
We will close this Nexus.
Platinum indeed! He slaps the top of the table.
Barnabas takes all his books about the swamp, and I said, "Don't need these."
Well, I suppose that saves you a trip to the front lines. Apparently Overlook is concerned enough that they are raising a militia. There's going to be quite a fight at Baldrin's Watch.
Well, let's hope that's where the fight is.
And quite a slaughter.
Lord
No,
Dverak.
that's right. You got your template in, didn't you?
Lord Dverak, I have a concern. The bombard. The faces, as I believe his face south, faces south.
West.
West. My apologies. What if one of the vents comes up behind it?
Well, that's the thing. If there's an army coming up the rear, then a wall that is garrisoned from one side means nothing.
Yes.
Go close it. I'm sure they'll march people down the road, but so far, all the soldiers that I know from Overlook have actually headed to Baldrin's Watch. Do not worry. I did share the knowledge that you shared with the map, with the gracious leaders and war captains at the Imperial Ministry of War.
I had no doubt.
I will go let them know that I have hired a trusted band of warriors to go and close the Nexus. It may be possible that they send others, but if Thogrim you're teleporting, chances are you will reach Nexus before other bands do.
Well, we shall try to rescue them once we're on our way out.
As an additional clause, any of the monetary gains that come from the government of Overlook or private citizens for this way will go into my coffers and not yours.
And what kind of gains are you expecting there?
Likely not enough to cover the cost of those 2 books.
No, likely not. I agree to that, yeah.
You also know that you're potentially increasing his prestige.
Oh, no, I know I am.
Okay.
I
am that
know
good
I
that
am.
I know I am. yeah. He gets something out of it that isn't.
No, he does. And at some point it's going to be like, I can keep raising your prestige or I can raise his prestige. It's up to you. What do you want to do?
Very well. I'm sure that you have much to do. I will appreciate at least weekly reports, Thogrim.
Every 2 or 3 days.
Whenever convenient. I know spellcasters are particular about their magics.
Yes, especially underground.
May the dwarvish gods and the allied gods be with you, says Defrin.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, sure, all right.
They look at each other. All right,
Yeah, all right, whatever. All right, sure, yeah, all right, thanks, man.
Okay.
We are not men of faith.
Yeah, Lord Dverak, there's a slight smile from that, but he doesn't chastise anyone either way, and they leave.
Barnabus. Tome of Understanding.
What?
All of our funds would go into 2 books.
Oh, they're really great books, though.
Who gets to read these fantastic books?
Well, I will like to understand things, so.
So would all of us. Perhaps we need to consider different prizes.
I will throw some money towards the party, rest assured.
Did you find a tome of understanding in here?
Says everyone says.
I was not aware that there are any left.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, he was really, really dumb before he became a librarian.
He smiles. Oh, he's up to something there.
You've had tomes of understanding here before,
Yes.
and how many have you read?
Myself?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not at liberty to say.
So a few, or at least one really good one.
He smiles.
All right then.
Amazing what the illiterate bring to the literate.
Actually, that's quite true. Barnabas thinks about it like, yeah, you take a number of fucking books some of these fucking sword swingers just throw about.
Not all of us swing swords, some of us swing axes.
Actually, it's actually kind of remarkable how many of the warriors in our party just punch things.
Yeah, we don't have any. Yeah.
It's more economical that way.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you guys doing? I think I'm concentrating on Thogrim and Barnabus because they have the teleport and the knowledge. So
Yep.
what's going on?
So I don't know what they're doing now till midnight.
At midnight, yeah, Barnabas is going to start looking up what little he can research. It doesn't have to have a game effect on game. About the Nexus and the vents, what he can from the library, and then he's going to take a nap around 10 to midnight. So he's sleeping by...
Okay. Give me a single knowledge geography roll.
Well, seeing as I'm about to go to bed, I will take 20.
Okay, and the library provides you a +5 on your research checks.
So 50 plus 1d6.
Let's take 20. So
Yeah. So 54.
Okay, you actually find
The map of fucking who's next door.
No.
Oh, wait, sorry. 50... Oh, no, I don't get help from him. Never mind. Yes, 54.
the vents are a complicated series of like spaghetti noodled limestone. Like an ancient river must have like washed away some of the limestone here.
Mhm.
You know the dangers are some sort of poisonous gas that just comes from deep within Volcanica. This explorer got around it by always keeping up an air bubble spell.
Okay.
You know that there are dangerous fire spouting, flesh eating beetles that live in the vents.
Okay.
And you know they're called fire scarabs.
Okay. Are they giant beetles,
No,
or are they
swarms.
little beetles that crawl over you and
Swarm.
eat your flesh?
Swarms of fiery,
Swarm. Oh, okay.
flesh-eating,
Much worse. Much worse.
scarabs. You know that if you go really far down in the vents, you'll eventually end up at a steaming lake that leads up into the geode, and that
Okay.
somewhere about 2/3 the way down, there's a way that leads into the underground tunnel system, like the winding roads under the mountain. And then you're
All right,
assuming
then.
the Nexus is somewhere like in that path.
Okay.
You also know that the dwarves, the guards and traps that were at the Nexus likely were set like to hostile everyone. Like when the dwarves finally decided it's too expensive, or for whatever reason we can't man this anymore, they probably turned it into like a death trap.
Yeah. Okay. So everything is against us. Gotcha.
everything is against everything. So there's some
Yes.
advantages to that.
Yes, that is true. Yes.
All right. So then you get a nap in. Thogrim, I'm assuming you're getting the right amount of sleep to...
Yeah, I only need 2 hours of sleep as well. But I wanted to go see Zim. 'Cause
You want to go see Zim?
kinda yeah, it doesn't have to be a big thing. Just basically apologize for not being there in the day because of bullshit that happened. Cast maybe a couple of fabricate spells.
That's
and
fine.
then...
So you go to see Zim, and you can see Zim actually talking to Slake.
Okay.
I didn't mean any disrespect.
Slake's holding him up like this.
Yeah, he's holding him up like that. You notice that there's a bunch of his angry followers like throwing things at Slake.
Slake, what the hell are you doing?
He started poking around at me.
Yes,
Drop.
interested.
Drop the master.
Master Slake, please put Master Sim down.
He puts him down.
What?
Stand down, Rusty. Stand down. He meant no harm. I just wanted to get a bit of a sample from him.
You notice that he's got a adamantine file in his hands that was dropped, and a little shaving from Slake.
I apologize I wasn't here today. Slake, apparently our friends ran into a battle over at the monastery they went to train at.
Yeah, don't worry, we're done here.
Alright. Anyways.
Slake stomps outside, and sort of waits for you out there. I'm sorry, I had a theory.
What's your theory?
You see Rusty here. Rusty is
Yeah.
an iron golem. A dwarvish iron golem.
Yes.
I wanted to see certain qualities of a dwarvish iron golem. Well, it's hard to see because of all the augmentations that have been made to Slake there. I think whoever created Slake used a dwarvish pattern.
It's a dwarfish pattern. What do you mean?
There are telltale signs of the construct. The same people who crafted him, well, someone might have learned how to craft an iron golem from Rusty here, or golems like Rusty.
Saying it could be a dwarf or someone who learned from dwarves.
Hey,
We have an idea of who they are. Slake knows some kind of name of a bunch of wizards.
he didn't like me taking a sample. I asked
Slake's-
him about it a couple of days ago. He said no. No harm. Rusty here doesn't mind me taking samples.
Of course. I'll chat with Slake. Don't worry about it. Just don't do it again. How goes the molds, by the way?
The first batch have already been. I've already been cast, cooled, and sent to the front.
But I apologize I haven't been here. It's been very
No.
unexpected days.
You did your job.
Right.
I'll be heading to the bar later if you want to join.
We might have to travel tomorrow. The monastery of the Broken Chain, I believe, was attacked, so we might have to travel there.
Everything's being attacked these days.
We want to put a stop to that.
Best to make more cannonballs and stay safe in the city. Overlook.
He opens his bag of holding. There's like 40 cannonballs. I've got plenty.
Overlook will never fall.
What do you say?
Overlook will never fall.
Uh,
Oh, that's bad.
Thogrim finds some wood.
He goes over and he knocks on wood. And he goes and knocks on Rusty.
Rock or whatever you can find. Master Zim, I will, if I'm not here tomorrow, I apologize, but if I still am in the city, I will come and work with you, if I can.
You're always welcome.
Thank you, sir.
I apologize for insulting Slake. It's hard to think of him as a dwarf when he looks like that.
Understood. He's just, he's very angry. And who can blame him, really?
He's very stable.
Are you sure?
No,
Many
like
ways.
physically stable. It's hard to push Rusty over because of the way he's built, low center of gravity. Whoever built him, I know that he's a dwarf in there, but whoever built him kept him stable. He didn't lose that.
Interesting. I'll let him know about your theory and what you've learned. Thank you, sir. When he find that castle of his.
Yeah, Slake still has the Dwarven +4 racial bonus to CMD.
He's stable.
Yep.
Now the real question is, there was a file with a little shaving that was in the description.
Yep. Apparently, like, he got behind Slake's armor and like raked the back of his knee or something with the.
It's
with
one
the
of those.
file.
Don't do that. It would have been better if he just did it and didn't ask for permission first, because asking for permission, being denied, and then doing his sneak attack later.
It's worse.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Okay.
At least you can lie and say, "I didn't think you'd mind."
Thogrim, you do see Bannock after you finish talking. He wanders over for a moment and is drinking some water. You do see the metal file, which is interesting in its own respect, and then the little like curly shaving of adamantine.
Is he keeping it, or is this?
Right now, he's drinking water. He's dehydrated, or
Marjo, what you plan on doing with this thing?
I was going to compare it to the adamantine of Rusty here. I was going to try to figure out the ratios of metal in the alloy.
Knowledge, I guess, spellcraft? What could I use this for?
lots of things.
Yeah.
Scrying? Or...
Yeah. Bannock is not a wizard. He's an alchemist, cannoneer.
Do you mind if I take half of it?
Maybe. I thought I was gonna lose a few teeth or my jaw or something. You could take the whole bloody thing. Is that touchy about it?
Right, thanks.
Imagine getting an adamantine splinter. Just screwed. It's just in there. It's just cut
Okay.
its way to.
So you go and pick up the shaving from Slake. Are you doing anything with the adamantine file?
I don't want to steal his shit. No.
Okay. When you were bending down and picking up the shaving, you did notice runes along the file, so it's probably not only adamantine, it's probably also magic.
Oh, what you have? Oh, that's interesting. What kind of file is this?
It's difficult to take shavings from some creatures.
+1 adamantine.
That's an expensive file.
Excellent tool.
Yeah.
Have to make one day, I guess.
He puts it in your hand and closes your hand.
You can have it if you want.
Anything else I can take?
It's
thank you.
very good for etching fine work into cannons. Cannons that aren't made out of adamantine. An adamantine cannon. Oh, that's an idea. Oh, that you'll be able to pack a lot of
You
super
can
charged.
fire much farther that way.
That's back to the brim with powder.
Bannock goes over to
Power.
goes over to a chalkboard, and he seems to be writing some formulas and then wiping them out, and he's scratching his head.
I thank you, sir. I don't.
That little fucker touches me again, and I'm gonna break his neck.
He's not going to, Slake. He did mention something important to me, which I don't know. He said to you, but I don't know if you care or not. But
What is this about? What is this about fighting?
Fighting. Well, all right then. There's we're expecting to hear again from Brennos tonight. He's going to speak with Barnabus. We're waiting for that to happen, and we'll know what we'll do.
Why?
Well, we need to find out exactly what happened. Do we leave immediately, or can we wait? Apparently, from what I understood, all the fighting's done.
They got to fight over there, didn't they?
Well, that's what they were going to do. They're going to train. I guess they got more than they bargained.
Slake punches like a post and
All right, duck low.
it in.
All right.
Oh, we're going to the monastery then?
Depends. Yes, just not sure when.
We're gonna take the wagon, right?
It'll take 60 miles through the mountains, so hopefully we'll teleport if we can.
fucking magic.
Well, I can't take anyone anyways. Whoever's there, I'll have to take 2 of them at most. I'm not sure where we'll have to. This wacky thing is.
Ah,
Have to find some kind of silver dragon.
Oh, did he say it was in Foundry?
In the second message.
Yeah, he said it was in
Yeah.
Foundry.
Apparently it's in Foundry somewhere, so we'll have to.
what's that little thing got to do with anything?
It's got some kind of amulet that we need.
Ah. You're going to the monastery, and it's down that road?
Don't you dare, Slake.
I'm not fucking teleporting. I know you're gonna teleport with Barnabus and his devil.
Oh, likely, yes. It's the fastest way.
60 miles.
Better leave now.
You realize I don't need to rest.
I'm well aware of what you're planning on doing.
Alright, I'm going back to the inn to get my stuff.
Shit.
Case scenario, one of those kineticist goblins show up and just fling Slake off into the woods.
Okay, he walks with you to the inn, which is at least close to the library. He finally pauses just before going out of the inn.
What did you want to say?
He said something interesting. You see the golem that was over there, the Rusty? He's built stocky like a dwarf. Hard to push over, yes?
I could have taken it.
Yes, I know that. You destroyed it and ripped it into shreds. His point was you built the same way. Dwarves built him that way and kept dwarvish abilities, dwarvish structure. You still have it. So whoever made you has that knowledge. But whether they be a dwarf or human, they have that knowledge. That's what he realized. That's what he was trying to point out to you.
They're humanoids. It's that clan Rience or whatever.
Perhaps. You can't ignore the fact that you'll still have some of your dwarvish abilities. Your nature still there. Look at you. You are similar to Rusty that he's impossible to push over. You cannot be pushed over.
I'm not similar to that stupid thing.
Ah, for fuck's sakes. Go on your run. We'll see in the fucking morning. Too long of a fucking day.
It's like shakes his head. He's angry. he packs up his shit. You can hear him packing up all this.
It's down this road. It's a monastery. That fucking way, about 60 miles.
I'll tell him the best instructions that I have.
Yeah.
Good luck.
All right. Slake packs up his weapons and, without further word, is now hustling down the road.
Okay.
I hope I can still find you, you bastard. It's got a little shaving of him.
All right.
And what a random encounter he will be for some adventuring party. What the fuck is that?
Out of my way, fuckers!
just run it.
Good stuff. Yeah. All right. Weapon, or is this a tool?
I would put it under tool. If it's very much a backup weapon. When's the last time you nail filed someone to death?
It would be a D2 improvised weapon if you.
Adamantine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna file myself out of this dragon's stomach.
No, but out of a cage or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be.
As a tool.
As a tool, that thing. Yeah, it gets through all the hardness and it's just chewing through the hit points.
Yeah.
It doesn't get dull.
Time. File.
At that point, you're kind of like, it's like the equivalent of taking a saw to wood. You know, it's like saw wins unless you do something stupid or the saws.
Something very interesting happened for saw to lose.
Yep.
Although I gotta say, if you've ever tried to saw like proper hardwood, that stuff's it's like What happened? This isn't secret.
Yeah, it's really like, okay, we're done. All right, Barnabas takes a nap. He just spends time at the library. Then you just like nap in a chair.
Pretty much.
The,
Yeah.
the library is big enough that it has like small rooms. It reminds you of the dormitory.
Okay, he'll
back
take
at
one
the-
of the he'll take
yeah.
one of the small rooms.
It's not the
Right.
comfort of the inn, but
So the dream domain
mhm.
I'll be right back.
has a power called beginning at 8th level, you may enter a dream state once per night. In this dream state, you visit the dreams of other creatures on the same plane of existence with the same chance of success as if you'd cast a scrying spell. So I have no idea what the same chance of success is. I don't know if this is the percentage chance for the
Yeah,
spell to work. for
this
a
is
scry.
this is the no the. Does it have a saving throw?
Well, so this is where is it the saving throw from a scry spell or is it the
What's it
percentage
called?
chance of-
Dream what? Dream Weaver?
dream state,
Dream state.
which is what popped up with the domains. Here, let's.
Got it. I got it.
For the dream domain.
As if you cast the scrying spell.
So I think it's just a save against the scribe, but
Yep.
what you do, if you're successful, you communicate with the person whose dreams you're visiting. So I just show up in your dream. Go, hey boy, how you know?
So does this library have anything that stops scrying?
This is a supernatural ability. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
This is a supernatural library.
Yeah, it's also
doesn't
entering
work.
someone's dream as opposed to.
I'm not looking at the library. I'm
Yep.
entering your brain.
All right. Well, Barnabas in one of the side chambers of the library, taking a nap. You were drifting in your very quickened sleep, and there is a presence in your mind, Barnabas. Give me a perception check
Okay.
to catch yourself from just
Perception.
Yeah, perception.
All right. 39.
Yeah, so you understand that there is a presence kind of entering your mind. You are lucid dreaming at this point in time. Like you've got enough decision-making power to, well, as if casting a scrying spell. If you're sleeping, you get no will save, so never mind.
Well,
There's a presence that enters your mind. In fact, it's
and then for the scrying thing, dreams are all illusion school. Like all the dream spells are the illusion phantasm is the, so it's like the protections from scrying that wouldn't.
okay. There with your 39, there are two presences in your mind.
I'm not afraid.
One that is very, very open and kind of blunt, and then there's something that you can't quite catch the look of. Barnabas,
Brennos.
what are you currently dreaming when?
He's dreaming of the library, except the library is got like gold seats. And there's just piles of gold everywhere, along with books and magical items.
Okay. Barnabas is in this library where the stacks don't end. It's hard to it just seems to go off into infinity. It's got an open sky, which is perhaps a poor design for a library, but there's like the fairest of blue skies coming down into the library, providing the perfect light.
Fancy pants.
Brennos, who
Yeah.
have you brought with you?
You're powered by greed and books.
Fancy.
Yeah, there's something like you notice a book fall off of a shelf and something scampering and between the rows. When you go to look, it's not quite there. You catch just an ever so glimpse of it.
Don't mind Mad Uncle Drinker. He's just supporting our conversation.
Knowledge religion?
Yeah, sure.
Followed by rage?
What now?
Polly's not going to help me because she's not sleeping. Excuse me. 44. With a 10, I got a 44.
Deity of magic, knowledge, as well as cruelty. It is a
knowledge gun.
chaotic and evil deity that went mad and was clearly outcast. You believe that Drinka, or it is believed that Drinka is the son of Moradin and Baranar Truesilver. So technically a brother to Abathor, Clangadin, and a bunch of others.
I'm surprised.
They're twins. There's a twin derro god.
I'm surprised, Brennos. The outcast.
Desperate times make you need to use all of your tricks.
Desperate measures of a man, measures of a dwarf, yes, measures.
Right, so, the problem. We need to stop the giants and the goblins from coming through the vents. There are lots of them.
So giants and goblins.
Hey, giants and goblins through the vents.
What kind of giants do you know?
Are stone giants, at least in that group.
Alright.
Many of the monks were killed. Now,
How many remain?
Handful? 2?
Okay, a couple then.
Yeah, there was the, 6 or 7 that Cog saved, plus your friend Kalad is 8, and then the big giant guy, which is 9. So 9
Right,
survived.
and then technically that's why a handful or 2 is...
Yeah.
It was 9 that Cog saved.
9? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're still getting a handful or 2 as the description.
Okay. All right.
And there's a... they said he was a dragon. I don't think he's a dragon. I didn't see it. But the master... we can get the master out of the gym with the freedom cream that one of your friends has.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Thogrim told me this is the same dragon that kept his treasure in that castle in Foundry.
There's a castle in Foundry.
Oh no. Oh, you said this Dwacky.
Right,
Iron-Tongue his name is, you said,
you
right?
need to find his grand familiar Dwerak.
Fucking thing.
And then if the Dwerak, if you bring it back to him, Dwerak will grow and be big and strong. But we just need his necklace, is really what we need. Because the necklace has a key, and the key is used in the Nexus to do a thing to stop all the guys from coming.
Alright, so we do need the key. Alright.
And you could make slippers.
Yeah, we're going to end this conversation very quickly, so let's ensure we get all the information.
Slippers of cloud walking.
There's also a...
Barnabus is like, where?
There's a geode, which is, I think it's a grand dragon in a cave of amethysts.
Yeah, we'll be going there.
Would you like to know?
What have you brought into my head?
If you just kind of ignore him, you...
Just every time you turn around, there's books being dumped onto the ground, and you actually caught him using a lighter or something like that, and trying to set a book on fire in your mind.
Okay.
Where is he? He just always seems to be just out of sight, and
You cannot look at him. It's not possible. He's always over here. He's never here. He's always there.
Yeah, it's a little disconcerting.
So
That's just the tip of the iceberg.
you need to get your way You need to get the thing from Foundry and come back and get the cream from the DD thing or Sunny, and we can get the master out, and then he can take us to the Nexus.
Stop. Okay, this is something I'm actually not familiar with. What cream is this?
Freedom cream.
Freedom cream.
Sounds like some kind of...
Hey,
Sounds like bullshit. It's what it sounds like.
there's a the human is in the rock, and some of them said he was a dragon. He's looked like a human to me. He's in the crystal. He needed a freedom, and they said that you had a freedom thing from the lighthouse.
Did you say why you wanted the freedom aside from getting out?
Because he's stuck in.
He's been stuck in there for decades. What's the hurry now?
Freedom cream for aches and pains and soreness. The #1 doctor-recommended brand amongst tropical pain relievers.
All right, let's speed this up. It's getting crazier here.
Right, so what are we gonna do?
All right, we've already got a new contract with Lord Dverak to close the Nexus.
Right.
So, we will make our way there once we have the key from Tuaki.
Right. How long will that be?
Thogrim has a teleport spell, which means should be able to get there, perhaps even back tomorrow. And then we will... I don't know. Has Thogrim been to this monastery?
Do I know if Thogrim's been to the monastery?
No, you've always met him in Overlook.
He's not a very spiritual type. Nor does he like, fighting proper.
He feels like a city guy.
Well, then we may actually have to actually take the carriage there. I'm sure I trust him with a teleport if he's never been there. Foundry will be fine. He can take that. I can give him a memory of Foundry.
Interesting.
Memory.
Oh, just stay in the fiction section, you.
Fiction. That's what they tell you, son.
It cannot be too hard on him. He's lonely.
Yeah, I imagine he is, yeah. All right, so tomorrow we will get the key, come back.
Memory. Like the corners of my mind.
Is there anything you want for this expedition? It will be underground. You can expect fire beetles, flesh-eating kind, poisonous gases.
Well, something not to die from poison, I suppose.
I'm sure we can find some antitoxin.
Misty blood-colored memory.
Shut up! Fucking hell.
Some sort of map or something to get there. Well, or you find the freedom cream and then he could take us right to the Nexus.
Off the way.
Because freedom cream, Sejong already said that he could take us to the Nexus as long as we can get in the freedom cream.
All right, we look at this freedom cream. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's from a lighthouse in Foundry. Maybe you should go to the lighthouse in Foundry to get more freedom cream.
Oh, lighthouse in Foundry.
Okay, I'm helping. We're about done. Yeah, we'll see about we'll bring you some cream.
And you could dream bigger than this.
Scrooge McDuck library.
He looks around and he's like, this is where it's at. Any more than this, and you're just missing what's already there.
Scattered statues of the smiles we left behind.
I know a cage might be nice.
No.
Nice.
You must escape when you are trapped.
I really want to be done now.
Smiles we gave
Same
one
time,
another.
What's that?
Same time tomorrow.
All right, same time tomorrow. Goodbye. I'm gonna wake up. Wake up.
You could feel the two presences leave. Like it's almost like Brennos marched out. Oh shit! The thing lingered for a bit, and it put a book into your dream library.
Oh no.
Ah! And then you spend the next like 10 minutes that morning like splashing water in your face because it feels like a needle was driven into your left eye.
You planted the seed of madness, Brennos.
Eventually, you drink and get yourself ready, and you're a little irritable today, but
Get your crap. I get my crap together. And,
yep.
I look for Thogrim, I guess.
Yeah, Thogrim's just rousing from his sleep. I'll go back to the.
Sure.
Oh, I like Darinka.
It's also
It's 2 a.m. It's morning for us.
Right. Even Eamon is sleeping.
And every time Barnabas sees him sleeping while Barnabas is awake, he just whispers in his ear,
I heard that.
Did you speak with him?
yes. And something else too, but that's not important. So yeah, they want to close the Nexus. I told them we will. We do have to go to Foundry and get this key from Dwerak.
Right.
As first thing.
Slake's already left. He's heading to the monastery.
Oh, right, because he's not going to... Yeah, but have you been to the monastery?
No, but I know the path. It'll take me 2 jumps to get there.
All right, so you're suggesting we don't take the carriage.
No, it'll two teleports will get us there.
All right, how many teleports can you do in a day?
2.
All right, so today we will get the key. Tomorrow we will make it to the monastery.
That's
Barring any mishaps with the teleport.
How long does it take to get the carriage to the monastery? Like how much time
It's
of
60
travel?
miles on a nice road through the mountains, so it would take you like 3 days to get there.
Okay, but if the animals that were pulling the carriage were moving the 250% faster, how long would it take?
Yeah, like that much less, like if they're moving at double speed, it would take you a day and a half. If they're moving at triple speed, it would take you like a day.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there might be solutions to that.
Yeah. Slake is what's Slake's movement right now? Slake's movement is
40?
40, I think. Yeah.
Where's his movement? It's now 40. So yeah, base 20 and 20 fast movement, and he moves perfectly fine in heavy armor because fighter 8. So he's moving as fast as the carriage right now, but he's traveling 24 hours a day. So
Yeah.
he'll get there in a full 24-hour period.
In 1 day.
Assuming no shenanigans along the
Encounter.
road. Yeah.
You on the road, so out of the way.
All right, so next morning, Barnabas and Thogrim, you prepare your spells. It's like 3 in the morning after you've gotten your rest and prepared your spells.
Well, I think we can wait till morning I mean, we do have to go to someone else's home, basically.
Got it. So you wait until 8 a.m. kind of thing to be polite.
Yeah.
not a complete d-bag.
Exactly. Like there
Where
are
we
some
going?
elements of diplomacy he does adhere to.
Which home are we going to?
All right, and then
Barnabas is going to share his memory of the
you have that
front. Yes, he does have that spell.
Okay.
He's going to share a memory of a tower, or at least the front of it. Tell you to teleport there.
All right. You do get a sense that this was during a very scary encounter. Was it? Was Barnabas involved in the dragon? No, he wasn't involved in that dragon fight. I'm thinking of the other group. So yeah, you get the feeling of, you get Barnabas's thoughts of like, he's very interested.
I heard it was bad.
Yeah, you heard it was bad. I think you heard that a treasure was kept there. Dwerak mentioned something about a hoard. And
Yes, and the party told us that told him that the treasure was nabbed from the castle. So
Yep.
The tower, right? Or you say castle or tower?
it's a
the tower. He knows the tower better, so that's the memory he shares.
Okay.
the
The
Tower.
the summoning tower.
okay.
Okay, so what
What's
does this count as?
what specific 5-minute block of memory are you sharing?
It's a memory of him just standing outside with a coffee, having a smoke,
Okay.
enjoying the sunset.
All right.
So I would say Chaga is probably there. It's like in the background humming most of it.
Yeah.
Would you
yeah.
like a ham?
No, Chaga's. You were thinking about Chaga's pies that were like wafting through the tower.
There's a pie on the windowsill or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Ready when you are.
Okay, so basically this counts as you've viewed it once.
Okay, so what's the percentage? High is good.
76
No,
or lower.
You
Low,
want low.
low.
Low is good. Low good.
Good.
Whoo!
That's low.
All right, and then let me just check your what level? We'll say your 10th at this point.
Oh, can I prepare like 10th? That makes a difference.
You get more teleports?
Yes.
We're not teleporting halfway there. I'm telling you that right now.
Middle of the road.
I have 1,000 miles, I think.
If he has 2 teleports left, he can teleport to the middle of the road from here.
No,
He doesn't
I
to
have-
go back.
I have 2 teleports. I'm 9th level. I have 2 teleports. I don't know if we had 10th or.
So, City of Overlook to Foundry is 11 hexes.
Okay, 6,700.
I think I did that right.
670. So no problem.
Yeah, it's 10. It's 10 hexes, so
600.
600 miles. So it's within your
A long way.
your teleportation.
From here to Thunder Bay.
So we arrived like. Apparently, it's in range. That's good news. No green dragons here.
Yeah, I knew we were
What?
calling.
Nothing.
All right, so little has changed at the tower. I think Barnabas placed his cousin in charge of the tower, if I recall.
Yes, he did.
And there are some scribe-looking people that are going to and fro. They all gather in the main part of the tower because Barnabas has returned with some strange dwarf.
Hello, everyone. This is my friend Thogrim.
Greetings, everyone.
Well, welcome, Thogrim. And Barnabas apparently has people following him.
This is some
Interesting.
friends and colleagues. This is my cousin.
There's a scholar that introduces himself as Glenn. A lot of the other youngish scholastic types seem to keep a respectful distance, but they're interested in what's going on. There's a man who's got his feet up on the table when you guys arrived. He's got a rapier at his side, and he just goes up. He's got he looks like he was eating. He didn't bother wiping his mouth. He just goes over and gives Barnabas a hug.
All right, there we go. Wipe your mouth, you fucking
Yeah.
filthy.
There's family for you.
Pietro, Who's the dwarf?
Oh, this is Thogrim. He's a colleague and friend of mine.
We should call you Pietro.
No, his name's Pietro, you fucking dance.
Sorry, the way Marty did it, I was like, Pietro, who's this asshole?
No, he basically
Oh, okay.
introduced himself as Pietro, but then looked to Barnabas. Like he didn't. I don't know. He's
Thogrim. Banagin.
In a human-centric city, in a human-centric
Yep.
place where the leader is here.
Yep. Cousin, I learned a new spell.
Oh, is that so?
Scorching Ray.
Oh, that one's a nice one. I like that one, yeah.
Congratulations. It's a mighty feat.
Yeah, he goes back to talking to Barnabas.
I'm fucking useless. I'll be outside. Let me know when you're ready.
You're not staying. Everyone wants you to stay, Barnabas, because
I've got things I have to take care of. I am going to go collapse an underground highway, though, and that will be fascinating. And afterwards, I'm visiting a cavern made entirely of amethyst.
see one guy writing stuff down. You'll have to tell us more.
Well, speaking of which, Glenn pulls off his hat and pulls out a bunch of notes and stuff. These are my latest adventures and thoughts on there.
Yes, I will transcribe them in the same tone as last time.
Ever the professional. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Ah, yes, of course, Barnabas. It is too bad that you can't stay. I do have at least 20 notes that I needed some additional information on.
Well, we've got a few minutes here. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, so
He's looking at us like, oh, he's a dwarf. They live a long time.
20 minutes.
Pietro returns to the ribs he was eating, and then Scholar Glenn is now asking him about specific instances. You get the gist, Thogrim, that he's writing some sort of
Memoir or something.
Biographical work.
Yep. A lot of fucking spare time, don't you?
He has more than enough questions to keep Barnabas here for hours.
All right.
He gives him like 10, 15 minutes. He's like, we're leaving now.
First of all, no, we're not, because you don't know where you're going.
Spent enough time wasted. Got to go.
Secondly, what is the rush? We are going to get the key and teleport back and do nothing until tomorrow.
Then let's get the key first, and then spend it with your cousin or your sister, whoever the hell you want to spend it with. Let's just do that fast. Might not be as easy.
All right. You know what? My friend is clearly very paranoid, so I will assuage his fears, and I will return, and we will have a great... I will cook for the lot of you. Here's a list of things to go pick up.
Okay. You guys leave for the Sylvan Acres.
Yep, we go to Sylvan Acres, go to do find Nighthorn.
I poorly planned my dietary intake for the day. I'm going to quickly heat up something. I'll be back in a few minutes.
That's fine.
A piece of cake and then some chips. That's poor fucking planning.
No, I had cold McDonald's. That's what I ate.
Mark wins, and by wins I mean loses.
I'm waiting for me to just go. I don't know.
Have shepherd's pie.
All right, you find Nighthorn. The ogre guard eventually lets you in. You travel to a neighborhood that looks like it's overrun with fae and faelings and half elves, and there's an ogre guarding a small stone building at the foot of a really old, overgrown castle. That the purpose of the castle is long since gone, since the city has overwhelmed the grounds. This appears to be some sort of fae reserve. Barnabas is known here. The ogre, he talks briefly to the ogre and eventually is led into a chamber where there is a high polished desk and the sounds of invisible fae flitting around, and a well-groomed satyr with darkish fur and skin. He's got a pair of spectacles on, and he's looking through a book and finishes writing something down in a ledger. Ah, Barnabus, you've returned. I wasn't expecting you. He packs the spectacles away in a tiny case and puts it off to the side.
A short visit, nothing more. Still, I thought I'd stop by, say hello, see how things are going.
Fine. The martial law is ever frustrating. They've moved quite a number of goblinoids out of the city.
And everything that's going on.
Basically placed whole neighborhoods under arrest.
How are Silver Acres faring?
Fine. Dee Dee's idea of a Fey market seems to be proceeding. It's almost as if she understood the Fey and how they would behave under such restrictions.
Wonderful. Well, I'm glad things you're making do.
Next time
the martial law.
Next time you see her, you can thank her for me. I make sure everyone knows it was her idea.
Yeah, well, I will let Sonny know to pass on the message, because evidently he sees her and this Dugan all the fucking time.
And this is...
Oh, forgive my rudeness. This is Thogrim. He's a colleague.
Thogrim Barnabus. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
This is Mulberry Nighthorn. He's a local leader in the reserve here.
Yes, they have me manage what the humans find quite unmanageable.
Well, you've got quite the community here.
It has seen better
good
days.
For you. Many of this world has seen better days. It's hard times for everyone now.
Durakian dwarf?
See, that's the man who knows his species right there.
That's correct.
It's more the way you carry yourself. He's looking at your equipment and what you carry.
Yes, indeed. I'm proud of it too.
So aside from this pleasant visit...
We're looking for a Duaki.
Did you just explain why, Mark?
Sorry, I didn't. All I heard was a jit, and you cut out.
I didn't say anything. Sorry.
Did you explain why? Sorry, I was looking something up while you were talking. So part of what you said.
No, he didn't explain why we were here.
All right.
No. Duaki has something we need. Well, not us specifically, but his grandmaster. I think is the way it would go. He's looking at Thogrim.
That's correct, from what we understand.
Duaki's grandmaster is far from here. He actually now looks at the dwarf.
Very far.
All right. Should I be concerned?
No, I don't think so.
You've got the Imperium around. You shouldn't be having any problems. But where we are,
he speaks in giant. He says, "Ogre, go fetch Duaki. Go get the little dragon. Bring him here." Ogre pads off. He pulls out a bottle. It is a bottle of elvish spirits. He might know that Barnabas likes to drink. He puts out a few shot glasses and pours this blue sprinkling, kind of twinkling liquid into the shot glasses.
Thank you, Niall. Very generous of you, always.
Yes, this is from the Settler Wars. One of the kobolds that attacked our village dragged it out of a place, and well, I didn't even know this bottle was in my area. Unfortunately, the previous owner died.
Well, pity that.
It was uncorked, so
Oh yeah, I can't just let it go to waste. No.
it has to be drunk within the year. Or it loses its sparkle.
Cheers.
Just Thogrim waits for both of them to drink.
Yep. Just blue,
Trust this asshole from a hole in the wall.
blue glowing liquid in a little crystalline shot glass.
Oh, if you're not thirsty, he grabs his drink.
Yeah, it's like a blueberry-ish champagne that is a little bit stronger. It has many notes, and it kind of changes flavor in your mouth almost. It's divine.
This is fantastic. Thank you for sharing.
He puts the bottle away like he's not going to drink the whole thing today, and
Oh.
eventually, you go in there.
What?
Go in there. This little tiny baby dragon comes into Mulberry's office.
That's what they meant by silver dragon, huh? Actual
Well,
silver
yeah,
dragon.
it's-
Who fucking
yeah, it's
figured?
an actual The fuck did you think it was?
Maybe a statue or something. Hello, little Dverak. My name is Thogrim.
Hi?
He actually flaps noisily and kind of clumsily up onto the desk. He knocks over a few things. You thank the gods that Mulberry put the bottle away before Dwerak was flapping around at the desk.
Does he have a necklace on?
He does. He does have this little silvery necklace that is around his neck like a little dog collar. Let me see.
Did he speak yet, by the way, or
Yeah,
no?
yeah. He's
He spoke. Okay. Ah,
Dawaki.
fascinating. Well, he looks at Barnabas like,
So, we have a message from your Grand Master.
yes, Iron-Tongue, is it?
He requires an amulet on your neck.
Wait. Dawaki, defender of the sky. How do you know about this?
Well, he ran into some friends of ours and has asked for our help.
Okay.
And that help involves us getting that amulet on your neck.
I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
Something to do with the nexus.
Maybe.
Yes.
Oh, hang on. He speaks in Dwarven to you. How many of us can you teleport?
Let me just double check. I believe it's 4. I'm gonna double check that number right now. It's 1 per every 3, I believe. Equivalent per
Then you
3.
can-
Guess yeah. I can take 4 creatures.
Oh,
Totally, including
all right,
myself.
then. Why don't we just teleport this thing back with us? And if he wants to give it himself, all right.
That's a possibility. If you'd like, you can come with us, and then we'll go and travel and see your master, Grand Master.
And then you can give it to him.
You take me to see Grandmaster?
Sure.
he looks up at Nighthorn. Only if you are good.
I'm very good.
Apparently, Grand Master has much the little I was told, quite the faith in you.
Mulberry says in Dwarvish to Barnabas, I assume that he won't be harmed.
Oh no, I'm gonna come to him.
Absolutely not. My word.
All we really need is the amulet, but if he's concerned about
Perhaps,
what we're gonna do with it, he can give it himself.
perhaps it is time for you to visit your master, your grandmaster given.
Yeah, I know. The dolphin is dead.
Barnabus and Thogrim will take you.
Okay.
He slinks down and goes and sits in front of you. He's remarkably cat-like.
But do you have some things or something you want to collect? We can come back later this evening. We've got plans for the rest of the day. Barnabas really doesn't want to spend the day with this childlike thing.
Okay. I will gather my great hoard.
All right, we will return at sunset for you then.
Very well.
All right.
And do not think about stealing my hoard.
Barnabas is trying not to think about stealing his hoard.
Now you put the thought in my head. I don't know.
Until next time, Mr. Nighthorn, always a pleasure. Thank you again for the libation.
Indeed, it's nice meeting you, sir.
I assume you're too busy for that favor.
Well, is it a quick one?
I will see you again, Barnabas.
I imagine, yeah.
Don't be a stranger.
And Barnabas will take his leave.
Pleasure meeting you, Dverakian. Alright, you are forced to spend time the day with Barnabas's followers. They love and adore him. They write down almost everything he says. It's awful.
Yeah, I think let's go for a walk or something.
All right.
What isn't awful is the meal, though. I got a 41.
Nice. Barnabas does make a meal, kind of like Barnabas being an asshole. He doesn't quite make enough for everyone, or it's like everyone gets a taste.
It's a Barnabas buffet. Not enough for everyone.
You go back to the Sylvan Acres at night. You have to evade some of the annoying guards that it seems like the city is on some sort of lockdown. Two 10th level spellcasters are able to,
Yeah, but invisibility
cast a
and flying.
couple of invisibilities or fly or something to.
Marty, from the sorry to cut you off, but from the tower, could I see the bay?
Yes.
Were there ships and cannons that may have piqued my interest? I have knowledge in these things, and just wondering.
There are boats. You do see, I don't know, give me a D3 -1.
One.
You see a single solitary Imperial galleon bristling with cannons sitting in the bay.
Standard, I assume. What's that? 48 cannon? Interesting. Still fast. I still do it faster than you bastards.
Alright, so yeah, you escape from there's this strange magic flame at the top of the tower. You're gonna have to ask Barnabas more about, how he came into the possession of this neat tower in South Wall District. You return to the Sylvan Acres, and Dwerak has what looks like a little satchel. Barnabas, you recognize it as a magical bag.
Okay.
Like the smallest version of bags of holding that you could have, that has been fitted to Dwerak's side, and he's wearing the little amulet with the sparkly gem, the silvery gem, that you suspect is the key to the Nexus.
Okay. All right.
When we teleport, by the way, my cannon's in my hand.
Okay.
Boom! Just in case.
Are you ready, Dwerak?
Yes. How are you going to fly?
We are going to teleport.
I've teleported before.
That's wonderful.
All right then. Just hold hands or something.
Okay.
Here we go.
he he reaches up and is.
Yeah, grab his claw or whatever.
He holds on.
So
I have my hoard.
then we teleport back home.
Yep.
To Overlook?
Yeah.
Where in Overlook?
What?
If you've got a home, that's a good
I've got
show.
I'd like to go there, please.
Where is your home? Is it in Denovar or is it in Overlook?
Overlook.
Okay, and what is your home? Like an apartment or
It would be it would be an apartment with like it'd be near the edge of the city. So, like, is there a place where people like they train their guys to fire lots of cannons?
Sure, yeah.
Because that's gonna be a cheap rent. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna have like on the roof,
That would be the worst.
and like
one.
I fire like every once in a while, like to practice. I'm gonna be firing for 5 minutes.
All right, so
Sorry.
let's go back to Overlook. Overlook does have a
neighbor.
sprawling slum called Shantytown, and it looks like it's overtaken some farms. So we're gonna say this is the what do you call it? A firing range. We're gonna call it the Farmstead firing range because it is a farm, but the farmer makes extra money by allowing people to set up target practice and to fire things there. And then so we've got your house is on the edge of the firing range.
And I'm going to suggest that this little nook of neighborhood here is known by local residents as Thunderfucked. Because no one wants to live there.
Hey, what was that, you son of a bitch?
I like Thunder Roof, but
if there was like a permanency, like a silence, like a permanency silence, like stone or something, that's his room. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think
Awesome.
you're rich enough to have magical rooms, but so this is Thogrim's house.
Yeah.
And we can say that you have sandbags and a little turret facing the farmstead, so that you can you can fire into the firing range whenever.
Every house has carpet on the side of the
I'm
building.
pretty certain for your ear protection, the cheapest way to do it is a wand of blindness deafness and a wand of remove blindness deafness.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so Thogrim, you have been to
It's a
your
rod.
house. You are very familiar with your house.
Okay.
Give me a percentile.
4-7.
You are able to teleport back to your house.
Yes. You guys are wondering why I keep doing that. All right. Welcome to my very humble abode.
Wait a sec.
Out here.
If you just screwed that up, you've been on some other shack near a firing range.
Something like that.
So yeah, I should really pick like a place near a beautiful little non-threatening teleport location.
This is not where my master lives.
Correct.
No, we are halfway there. In the morrow, we will teleport once again to your master.
Okay.
We will go to the Half-Axe Inn.
Yep. All right, and then the next day, what happens? So Agony, Cog, Brennos, and Amadeus, I guess, while they're waiting, are just doing their training, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
They see a construct running. They see a snake running up.
And
He would have arrived there the night we teleported back.
yeah, they're taking their sweet time. So Slake does arrive at the monastery, so I can move his token to the monastery.
It's like,
wherever he ended up. Did I drag him into the darkness somewhere?
Brennos that evening would contact Barnabus again in his dreams to make certain everything is working correctly.
Yeah, have you contacted Sunny yet?
Hmm?
In the dream, that is.
Good idea. I mean, old man hasn't turned up yet.
No, he's not turned up. Maybe you can send him a little message with your little brain goblin. And have him fly to the Half-Axe Inn in Overlook. I'm sure he can find it.
All right. You found a dragon?
Yeah, we did. We got him. We're bringing him in.
You got the key?
It's on his neck. He didn't want to part with it. Didn't feel like killing him, so we'll let him give it to the master.
All right. Did you find your the juice, the freedom juice to rub on the?
Well, if Sonny's got it, he's going to be bringing it with him.
You didn't look at the the lighthouse.
No, I'm not going to the fucking White Lighthouse. That's where bad things happen to people, just as Amadeus.
Yeah. All right. Have a nice sleep.
Yeah, okay.
Dreams.
Wake up. Before the brain goblin gets me again.
Yeah, the brain goblin, you suspect he's there, but he wasn't talking to you, which makes the paranoia even worse.
Yes, like he's just watching.
Yep. Or what's he doing while I'm having this conversation?
Yeah.
Do you want
Okay, so
ascending to Sunny that evening?
yeah, okay. So you send ascending to Sunny. Sunny is like communing with Eth, but he can drop that for now, and then go booting towards Overlook.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Sunny, when you travel, how quickly can Sunny travel if he really needed to travel fast?
The most efficient way for Sunny to travel is to cast Tailwind on himself and Mistra, turn into a squirrel or some other appropriately inoffensive load for Mistra, and then just ride the Roadrunner at 160 for the day. So 160 miles per day.
It's called what?
Tailwind.
Meep.
It's a spell, okay.
It's a spell. It's a druid spell.
That's awesome.
It's not the power for a ranged weapon.
I was looking.
Yeah.
You compel the wind to push the target in a direction of your choice. The subjects can hustle during local and overland movement without risks of fatigue.
Yeah. So hustle the whole way. And then for the cart, we can do this with the cart. So we can have the ox pull at double ox speed, and we can give them
That's amazing.
We can give them long strider, and then we can solve the whole Slake wanting to run all night problem.
You can change the tailwind's direction once per hour by concentrating as a standard action. I'm going to say that, overall you're traveling west, but there is, switchbacks and crosses and, where the spell starts to not be as helpful, but overall, it just allows you to hustle, right? Which means you're doubling your movement.
Right. And then
Mistra's movement is what?
80.
So she's moving at 160.
Yeah.
Give me a second here.
There's some party walking down the road going, what is with all these weird things just running down the road?
Don't question it. All right, so it took about 6 days to get to Overlook. So 6 times 40 divide by 160 means that Sunny can be in Overlook in a day and a half. Okay, so Sunny, in Squirrel Roadrunner mode, with tailwinds, blasts his way to Overlook. Has a little trouble with the guards going into the city. Can I get a diplomacy check? There's two dwarven guards with double-barrel shotguns that seem to not want to let your bird into the